No one told you this, but something is wrong with our world. Most people feel it. They just don't know how to explain it. It's a low hum of anxiety in the background. A quiet sense of disorientation. A feeling that we are drifting, collectively, towards something we can't quite name, but we know isn't good. We're told to ignore it, to keep scrolling, to stay busy. But the feeling persists, too. It's a whisper in the quiet moments, a shadow that flickers at the edge of our vision. This feeling isn't a malfunction. It's an alarm. It's your soul trying to get your attention, telling you that the world you've been sold is a carefully constructed illusion. Most people aren't evil. They're tired, distracted, spiritually numb, slowly losing themselves in a sea of noise and obligation. Meaning is fading, replaced by fleeting pleasures. Attention is fractured, shattered into a million tiny pieces by endless notifications and infinite feeds. Conscience is weakening, drowned out by the roar of the crowd and the pressure to conform. We are living through a slow, quiet crisis of the human spirit. It's not a dramatic explosion, but a gradual erosion. We work jobs that drain us, chase goals that don't fulfill us, and consume content that leaves us feeling empty. 2. We have more connection than ever, yet we feel more alone. We have more information, yet less wisdom. The greatest tragedy is that most people have accepted this as normal. They've mistaken the cage for a home, the anesthetic for peace. This isn't life. It's a holding pattern. A state of suspended animation while the best parts of you slowly go dormant. The world wants you tired. It wants you distracted. Because a tired, distracted person doesn't ask hard questions. They don't challenge the status quo. They just comply. But deep down, you know you were made for more than this. This first book asks a dangerous question. What happens when those meant to warn the people fall silent? What happens when the watchmen on the wall, the guardians of truth and moral clarity, abandon their posts? It explores a world where comfort replaces courage, where appearance replaces substance, where the institutions that were supposed to be our compass become just another part of the entertainment landscape. More concerned with being popular than being prophetic. This book is a diagnosis of our spiritual condition. It argues that the silence of the watchman is the root cause of our confusion. When the voices of wisdom are muffled, the voices of chaos grow louder. When truth is no longer defended, deception becomes the default. It's a challenging read, not because it's complicated, but because it's convicting. It holds up a mirror to our institutions and, more uncomfortably, to ourselves. It forces us to ask, have we also become silent? Have we traded our conscience for comfort, our conviction for convenience? This isn't just about leaders failing. It's about a culture that has forgotten what it means to stand for something eternal. It's a necessary alarm bell for an age that has fallen asleep. The greatest war of our time is not political. It is not fought with armies or weapons on a distant battlefield. It is internal. A quiet war for your attention, your conscience, your identity. This second book, The Quiet War of the Living, pulls back the curtain on this invisible conflict. It reveals how modern life has been engineered to be a constant low-grade assault on your inner world. Every notification, every advertisement, every algorithm is a soldier in this war, fighting to capture a piece of your mind and soul. The book explains that this isn't a conspiracy theory. It's a business model. Your fractured attention is profitable. Your spiritual numbness is convenient. Your loss of self is the product. The Quiet War is a field manual for this internal battle. It teaches you to recognize the tactics being used against you, the subtle manipulations, the manufactured anxieties, the endless cycle of desire and dissatisfaction. It's about understanding that the exhaustion you feel isn't a personal failure, it's a battle wound. This book is a call to become a conscious objector in the war for your own mind. It's about reclaiming your focus, strengthening your inner resolve, and learning to live deliberately in a world designed to make you live on autopilot. This third story is not about collapse. It is about awakening. The Ashes of Tomorrow is a modern parable that imagines a world after the slow decline has finally run its course. But instead of focusing on the ruin, it focuses on the light that emerges from it. It's a story that reminds us that even in the darkest of times, human resilience, faith, and the longing for meaning cannot be extinguished. Even in the ashes of tomorrow, the eternal spark remains. 4. The book follows a small group of characters who are forced to rebuild not just their world, but themselves. They must rediscover what it means to be human, without the distractions that once defined their lives. They learn that true community is not built on shared interests, but on shared sacrifice. They discover that hope is not a feeling, but a choice, an active, defiant act of creation in the face of despair. This story is a powerful reminder that endings are also beginnings. It suggests that perhaps the breakdown of the old world is necessary for the birth of a new one. A world built on more solid, more meaningful foundations. It is not a story of doom, but a profound and moving testament to the enduring power of the human spirit to find light in the darkness. These 3 books were written for a specific kind of person. They were written for people who refuse to sleepwalk through life. For people who feel that deep, persistent ache for something more, something real. For people who still believe truth matters, even when it's unpopular. For people who are willing to ask the hard questions and face the uncomfortable answers. They are for the quiet rebels, the gentle warriors, the ones who haven't yet surrendered their inner world to the noise outside. They are for those who see the cracks in the facade and dare to wonder what lies beyond it. These books are not an escape. They're an awakening. They're a map, a mirror, and a prophecy, all in one. They don't offer easy answers or simple solutions. Instead, they offer something far more valuable: clarity. A framework for understanding the world and your place in it. A light for the path ahead. If that's you. If any of this resonates with that quiet, persistent voice inside you, these books were written for you. They are not just books to be read. They are experiences to be lived. They are designed to challenge you, to stretch you, and ultimately, to strengthen you. They are a toolkit for the soul in an age that has forgotten it has won. The links are in the description below. I encourage you to read them in order. Let the first book diagnose the problem. Let the second arm you for the battle. And let the third give you a vision of hope for what comes after. Let them change you, too. And if this message resonates with you, if it feels like a drink of cool water in a desert, then please, share it. There is someone in your life, someone you know and love, who needs to hear this. They feel it too, even if they can't put it into words. Sharing this might be the spark they need. Thank you for your time and your attention. Subscribe for more messages like this.